Hey guys, it's Rachel from Lorraine Lamb, and today I have a book review on The Perfect Couple by Elin Hilderbrand, which is her new summer release, which just came out this past June 2018. In case you're not watching this, of the year it was posted. But this book was so good. This book review will be spoiler free, and if you're new to my book reviews or just need a refresher, I rate my books in 5 different categories: plot, characters, cover, suspense, and overall in terms of reading very soon, 5 out of 5, not so soon, 1 out of 5. So this book I was very scared about because last year I read her new release Identicals and I wasn't the biggest fan of it, and it kind of scared me because I'm like, oh no, because like I love Elin Hilderbrand's writing and I was a little scared, and this book just shattered by. This book was so good. I guess that could have been misinterpreted both ways. I was like, bye forever, but no, this book was so good. It reaffirmed my love for Elin Hilderbrand books and got me back on that train. Not that I like fell out of love with her books, but I was kind of wary there for a bit. But anyway, this book, I'm just going to be looking at the back because it does have a thriller-esque element. I would say this book, out of all of Elin Hilderbrand's books, has a big mystery, which I do enjoy that, because all her books kind of focus around a tragedy that happened, and sometimes we know what happened and we're dealing with the aftermath, and other times we're dealing with the aftermath, but it's the unknown. And this book was the most like The Castaways, which is my favorite book from Elin Hilderbrand. And it did feature characters from The Castaways, from the Capanash family. And we also got to see the kids, Chloe and Finn, who were in The Castaways, and they were 6. And in this book, I believe they were 16. I believe that was the ages. But anyway, so it's Nantucket wedding season. And the Otis Winbury wedding promises to be an event to remember. The groom's wealthy parents have spared no expense, but it's going to be memorable for all the wrong reasons. After tragedy strikes, a body is discovered in Nantucket Harbor just hours before the ceremony, and everyone in the wedding party suddenly a suspect. And Ed Capanash, who was in The Castaways, he is the chief of police, and he interviews everybody in the wedding party, and even a member of his own family. He discovers that every wedding is a minefield and no couple is perfect. And this book features beloved characters from The Castaways, as I mentioned before. Beautiful Day, which I couldn't really remember any characters from Beautiful Day, but I believe it's the wedding coordinator because there was a wedding in that book as well. I have never read A Summer Affair, which is one of her other books. It's one of the only ones I haven't read, so I can't really talk too much about that one. Out of her 21 books I believe she has, or has written, I think I've read 18 or 19. So I've read quite a few. I know there's like 2 or 3 that I haven't read, I believe, or 4 maybe. But anyway, plot, I give a 5 out of 5. I absolutely adored this book. It's, out of all the Elin Hilderbrand books I've read, this one is at the top of the heap. Like in my head when I'm thinking of my favorites besides the Christmas series, which I'm kind of just excluding from this, just because they're a different kind of theme. Like this is a summery theme. I'd say like The Castaways, Silver Girl, The Perfect Couple, Beautiful Day, and the list kind of goes on. Maybe not in that exact order, but those are like my favorites, and this book is like so up there. I thought the plot moved fast. It was interesting. It was a mystery, but there was contemporary. And if Elin Hilderbrand's books are very gothic in the sense where it's like you're digging up old family secrets, and this book had plenty of that. And it's so juicy and scandalous, and there was so much to dig up with this, with both families. And this did go from present day to back in the past. So you kind of got to see the couple getting married, their relationship form, and the players in their lives up to present day when you see those players in their lives and then they themselves getting ready to be married. I also gave my mom this book to read. She's not a big reader like she'd like to be, but she doesn't really have the time to do that. And I gave this to her and she read it very quick and she really enjoyed it. She's only read one Elin Hilderbrand book. It's on the back of this cover. The Rumor. Ooh, that's another good one. I love that one too. But she read that one and she really enjoyed that one and she really enjoyed this one. And then characters, I give a 5 out of 5. All the characters are really fleshed out. Even the character that ended up dead, you even found out more about that character. I wish you would have got, my only qualm, which I didn't mark it off for this one, is just because I wanted more of the ending. When you find out a certain thing happens in the ending, if you guys want to discuss, we can discuss in the comments. But certain things happen with 2 of the characters, and I want to know more. I want to dig into that a little bit deeper. And I think it'd be interesting to get a little update about them after all this tragedy had happened. Cover, I give a 3.5 out of 5. This cover is kind of just plain for me compared to all Elin Hilderbrand's books where there's lots going on. Also, every time I'm looking at the back of this, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many more like amazing books that I just love so much. Sorry, I just got so distracted there. But yeah, it's kind of just plain for an Elin Hilderbrand book, but I do love the hot pink with the yellow. I love that transition. Spine, back cover. Just kind of plain for one of her books. I know it's a beach read, but I think this book has so much going for it that it could be a little bit more exciting on the cover. Suspense, I give a 5 out of 5. I couldn't stop reading this. I was reading as much as possible before work. I was even, sacrificing packing more food for lunch because, I usually just have fruit at lunch and then, like, a Sunright bar. Just because, allergies. Or not really allergies, but I just get sick. We actually don't really know a lot of the things I'm allergic to. But I have no, a lot of it's external, like my hands will swell. But, with certain foods and stuff like that, happened today. But I usually just have fruit, so I risk packing more fruit for my lunch. I was a little bit hungry, but it was worth it to read. Am I right? And then overall, I give the book a 5 out of 5. I definitely reread this again in a heartbeat. It's definitely going to be one of those Elin Hilderbrand staples. And yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely let me know if you've read this in the comments below. Sorry I've had to be so vague with this book review because it does have a mysterious element. I don't want to give anything away. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.